I'm so happy you're here today. If you want to speak English more fluently, sound more natural, and feel confident in real-life conversations, you are in the right place. This channel is designed to help you practice English every day, step by step, just like how real native speakers use it in their daily lives. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video if you enjoy learning with me. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our English practice lessons, and leave a comment below. I'd love to know where you're watching from and what part of English you'd like to improve most. Speaking, listening, or pronunciation. Now, let's begin. Take a deep breath. Imagine you're sitting in a quiet cafe, a cup of coffee in your hand. You hear English conversations around you, people laughing, asking questions, sharing stories. You understand some words, but not everything. You wish you could just join in easily, confidently, naturally. That's exactly what we'll practice today. Today's podcast is about real-life English conversations. We'll explore the kind of English people actually speak every day, not textbook English, but living English. You'll learn how to listen actively, how to respond naturally, and how to use simple phrases that make you sound more fluent and confident. Let's start with a small but powerful truth. Fluency doesn't mean speaking fast. It means speaking smoothly. It means understanding what people say and responding without fear. So in this lesson, I'll guide you through real, daily conversations, the kind you might have with friends, co-workers, or even strangers. I'll speak slowly and clearly first, then we'll repeat together. You can shadow my voice, that means listening and speaking at the same time. It's one of the best ways to train your ears and your mouth to move in English rhythm. Let's warm up with a real-life scene. Imagine you're at work. It's Monday morning. You walk into the office and your coworker says, "Hey, how was your weekend?" You smile and answer, "It was great, thanks. I went hiking with my friends. What about you?" "How was your weekend?" "It was great, thanks. I went hiking with my friends. What about you?" Now, try to shadow with me, listen, and repeat at the same time. Ready? "Hey, how was your weekend?" "It was great, thanks. I went hiking with my friends. What about you?" Excellent. See how natural that feels when you do it smoothly? That's the power of practice. Here's another one this time. You meet a friend at a cafe. "Hey, good to see you. How have you been?" "I've been pretty good. Just busy with work lately. How about you?" Let's shadow this one. "Hey, good to see you. How have you been?" "I've been pretty good. Just busy with work lately. How about you?" Good. Notice the rhythm. It's soft, relaxed, friendly. English is about rhythm and emotion, not just grammar or vocabulary. Now let's try something different, a short real-life dialogue at a restaurant. Waiter, "Hi there, are you ready to order?" You, "Yes, I'll have the grilled chicken with salad. Please." Waiter, "Would you like something to drink?" You, "Just water, thank you." Try to repeat after me. Feel the tone, polite, calm, clear. This is the kind of English that helps you in everyday life, small interactions that build your fluency. Because real fluency grows from simple moments like this. Here's a question for you. What's one English situation that makes you nervous talking to strangers, ordering food, or making small talk? Write your answer in the comments. I'll read and reply to as many as I can, and maybe I'll make a new video about it too. Now, let's take this to the next step. Imagine you're traveling. You're at the airport, and someone asks, "Excuse me, do you know where the check-in counter is?" You reply, "Sure, it's just over there on the left." Simple, right? But these short exchanges are how you build confidence. Every time you respond in English, even with a short phrase, your brain becomes faster, your ears sharper, and your mouth more natural. Let's repeat it together. "Excuse me, do you know where the check-in counter is?" "Sure, it's just over there on the left." Now, shadow with me. Ready? "Excuse me, do you know where the check-in counter is?" "Sure, it's just over there on the left." Excellent. One of the biggest secrets to fluent English is listening deeply. Don't only focus on the words, listen to the rhythm, the emotion, the pauses. English isn't flat. It moves like music. If you can feel the rhythm, you can speak naturally. So let's try listening and repeating one more natural example, a casual phone call. "Hey, I just wanted to check in. How's everything going?" "Oh, hey, everything's fine. Just been super busy lately." Now you try. "Hey, I just wanted to check in. How's everything going?" "Oh, hey, everything's fine. Just been super busy lately." That's great. Every conversation you hear and repeat brings you one step closer to real fluency. You don't have to memorize long lists of words or complex grammar. You just have to practice small moments with focus, emotion, and confidence. Now take a moment and think which phrase today felt most natural to you. The cafe conversation, the restaurant, or the airport dialogue? Leave your answer in the comments. When you write it down, it helps your memory grow stronger. Before we move to part 2, let's do one last mini conversation. Friend, "Hey, are you free this weekend?" You, "Yeah, I think so. What's up?" Friend, "I'm planning a barbecue at my place. You should come." You, "That sounds great. Count me in." Now, repeat and shadow with me. "Hey, are you free this weekend?" "Yeah, I think so. What's up?" "I'm planning a barbecue at my place. You should come." "That sounds great. Count me in." That's real English friendly, simple, confident. You're doing amazing so far. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into daily English conversations at work, in social settings, and during travel, and I'll show you how to use emotion, tone, and rhythm to sound truly fluent. Welcome back, and great job for making it to part 2. You're doing wonderfully so far. Every time you listen, repeat, and shadow, you're training your brain, your mouth, and your ears to think in English. And that's exactly how fluent speakers are made. In part 1, we practiced everyday conversations, greetings, cafe talk, and short exchanges at restaurants or airports. Now, in part 2, we're going to move into real-world English conversations, the kind you need for work, social life, and travel. Let's start with a morning routine at work. Imagine this. You walk into your office or classroom. Someone greets you with a smile. "Good morning. How's everything?" You reply naturally. "Morning. Everything's good, thanks. How about you?" Now shadow with me. "Good morning. How's everything?" "Morning. Everything's good, thanks. How about you?" See how relaxed that sounds? English fluency is not about sounding perfect, it's about sounding comfortable. Now let's continue the conversation. Your coworker says, "Did you get a chance to read that email from the manager?" You, "Not yet, but I'll check it right after this meeting." Let's repeat it slowly. "Did you get a chance to read that email from the manager?" "Not yet, but I'll check it right after this meeting." Good. This is how English sounds in real offices every single day. Short, polite, and clear. Now, let's shift to another real-life situation, asking for help politely. You might say, "Excuse me, could you help me with this?" Or, "Hey, do you have a minute?" Let's shadow that. "Excuse me, could you help me with this?" "Hey, do you have a minute?" These phrases are very common, and they make your English sound kind and natural. Try saying them with a friendly tone, not too fast, not too flat. Now imagine someone asks you for help. You could respond in several natural ways. "Sure, what's up? Of course, what do you need?" "Yeah, no problem. Repeat after me." "Sure, what's up? Of course, what do you need?" "Yeah, no problem. That's it." These short replies show that you're friendly and approachable, something very important when speaking in English with native speakers. Now let's move to another daily moment, making small talk during lunch or coffee breaks. Your coworker says, "I can't believe how hot it is today." You, "I know, right? It feels like summer already. Let's try it together." "I can't believe how hot it is today." "I know, right? It feels like summer already." That's small talk, simple and relaxed, but very useful for building connection. Here's another. Coworker, "The traffic this morning was terrible." You, "Tell me about it." "I was stuck for almost an hour." Repeat and shadow. "The traffic this morning was terrible." "Tell me about it." "I was stuck for almost an hour." That phrase, "tell me about it," is very natural in English. It means I totally agree with you. Let's pause for a moment. I want to ask you something. What kind of English situation do you find hardest work? Travel or daily conversation? Leave a comment below and tell me. I want to know where you feel most nervous or unsure so I can help you more in future lessons. Now, let's practice something even more advanced, showing emotion and tone in English. Imagine you're in a team meeting and someone shares an idea. You can say, "That's interesting. I've never thought about it that way." Or if you agree strongly, say, "Exactly. That's such a good point." And if you're unsure but polite, say, "I see what you mean, but maybe we could try something different." Let's shadow those lines together. "That's interesting. I've never thought about it that way." "Exactly. That's such a good point. I see what you mean, but maybe we could try something different. These sentences show emotion, curiosity, agreement, and diplomacy. And that's what fluent English is all about. Not just the words, but the feeling behind them. Now, let's imagine another everyday moment. You're at the supermarket. You ask, "Excuse me, where can I find the bread?" The staff replies, "Aisle 4, next to the milk." You, "Thank you so much." Staff, "You're welcome. Have a nice day. Let's shadow it together." "Excuse me, where can I find the bread?" "Aisle 4, next to the milk." "Thank you so much. You're welcome. Have a nice day." Perfect. This is what real English sounds like: polite, friendly, and natural. Now, one thing I want you to remember. Don't worry if you forget words. Don't stop to translate in your head. Fluency comes when you keep going, even if you make mistakes. Confidence is more important than perfection. Here's a phrase to remember. It's okay to make mistakes. Every mistake is a step forward. Repeat that with me. It's okay to make mistakes. Every mistake is a step forward. Yes, keep that sentence close to your heart, because every time you speak English, even imperfectly, you're getting better. Now let's move into a short listening practice. I'll read a short daily story. Listen carefully and shadow if you can. Yesterday, I woke up late and almost missed my bus. When I got to work, my manager asked me to join an unexpected meeting. I was nervous, but I spoke clearly and shared my opinion. After the meeting, my coworker said, "Hey, nice job today." That small comment made me feel confident for the rest of the day. Now, let's repeat it together. Try to copy my rhythm and tone. Yesterday, I woke up late and almost missed my bus. When I got to work, my manager asked me to join an unexpected meeting. I was nervous, but I spoke clearly and shared my opinion. After the meeting, my coworker said, "Hey, nice job today." That small comment made me feel confident for the rest of the day. Excellent. That's real English, natural and full of emotion. So, before we end this part, let's review what we practiced. Office English, polite questions and answers. Small talk, weather, traffic and connection. Emotion and tone, how to sound more real. You're doing an amazing job. In the next part, part 3, we'll go deeper into advanced conversation practice. You'll learn how to express opinions, share personal stories, and sound more confident in real social and professional settings. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing that your English is improving, because it truly is. Welcome back to part 3. You're doing wonderfully. Every time you shadow, repeat, and listen carefully, you are training your brain to think in English, and that's how fluency truly begins. In this part, we're going to go deeper into advanced conversation practice. You'll learn how to express opinions, agree or disagree naturally, and sound confident when sharing personal thoughts or experiences. Let's start with a simple truth. Fluent English isn't only about knowing grammar, it's about knowing how to use words smoothly in real conversations. So, let's imagine you're talking to a friend, a coworker, or even someone you've just met. They ask, "What do you think about working from home?" Now, let's practice 3 different ways to answer naturally. A neutral opinion. I think working from home is convenient, but sometimes it's hard to focus. A positive opinion. I actually love it. It saves time and I feel more comfortable. A polite disagreement. I understand why people like it, but personally, I prefer the office. I miss being around others. Let's shadow these sentences together. I think working from home is convenient, but sometimes it's hard to focus. I actually love it. It saves time, and I feel more comfortable. I understand why people like it, but personally, I prefer the office. I miss being around others. Very good. Notice how natural and conversational those responses sound. You're not using complicated words. You're using clear, real-life English. Now, let's practice phrases that help you agree or disagree politely. To agree, I completely agree with you. That's so true. Exactly. I feel the same way. To disagree politely, I'm not sure I agree. I see your point, but I think that's interesting, but maybe we could look at it differently. Let's shadow these together. I completely agree with you. That's so true. Exactly. I feel the same way. I'm not sure I agree. I see your point, but I think that's interesting, but maybe we could look at it differently. These short sentences will make your English sound polite, smart, and fluent. Now, let's move into sharing personal opinions with confidence. Sometimes learners feel shy when speaking English because they worry about being wrong. But remember, in real conversations, there's no wrong opinion. There's only your honest voice. So, let's practice how to express thoughts naturally. You can start with these structures. I believe that, in my opinion, for me personally, the way I see it, for example, I believe that learning a new language opens many doors. In my opinion, traveling helps people grow. For me personally, music makes studying easier. The way I see it, kindness is more important than money. Let's shadow them slowly. I believe that learning a new language opens many doors. In my opinion, traveling helps people grow. For me personally, music makes studying easier. The way I see it, kindness is more important than money. Perfect. You're speaking like a fluent communicator now. Let's pause for a second. I want you to think, what's one belief or opinion that's important to you? Maybe something about life, success, or happiness. If you can, write it down or say it aloud. For example, I believe that small steps lead to big changes. You can even share your sentence in the comments. I'd love to read it. Now, let's continue with something powerful, expressing emotions and reactions. When you hear someone's story, you can react naturally using short emotional responses. For example, "Oh really? That's amazing. No way. That must have been hard. Wow, I can't believe it. Let's shadow them together. Oh really? That's amazing. No way. That must have been hard. Wow, I can't believe it." These small reactions make your English sound alive and emotional. They show that you're listening and you care. Now let's practice a short conversation with emotion. A. I just got a new job in another city. B. That's amazing. Congratulations. How do you feel about moving? A. I'm excited but also a little nervous. B. I understand. It's always hard to start somewhere new. Now let's shadow the conversation slowly. I just got a new job in another city. That's amazing. Congratulations. How do you feel about moving? I'm excited but also a little nervous. I understand. It's always hard to start somewhere new. Good. That's natural. Everyday English, warm, emotional, and clear. Now, let's practice asking for opinions, another important fluency skill. Here are some natural questions you can ask. What do you think about it? How do you feel about that? Do you agree or disagree? What's your opinion on this? And here's how you can respond. I think it's a great idea. I'm not sure, to be honest. I have mixed feelings about it. I totally disagree. Let's shadow both the questions and the answers. What do you think about it? How do you feel about that? Do you agree or disagree? What's your opinion on this? I think it's a great idea. I'm not sure, to be honest. I have mixed feelings about it. I totally disagree. Very well done. Now, let's move into a little real-world listening and shadowing story. Listen carefully to this short daily life story. Last week, I went to a friend's birthday party. At first, I didn't know many people, so I felt shy. But then, one girl came up to me and said, "Hi, I love your jacket." That small comment started a conversation. We talked about music, travel, and movies. By the end of the night, we became friends. That's the power of small talk. It can turn strangers into friends. Now, let's shadow the story slowly, sentence by sentence. Last week, I went to a friend's birthday party. At first, I didn't know many people, so I felt shy. But then, one girl came up to me and said, "Hi, I love your jacket." That small comment started a conversation. We talked about music, travel, and movies. By the end of the night, we became friends. That's the power of small talk. It can turn strangers into friends. Perfect. So, what's the lesson here? When you practice speaking English, don't wait for perfect grammar. Start small. Say hello, ask a question, give a compliment. Real fluency is built through connection, not perfection. Remember that. Connection over perfection. You're doing great. Keep practicing these short dialogues every day. Speak them out loud. Listen again and again until they feel natural. In the next part, Part 4, we're going to explore storytelling in English, how to talk about your day, share experiences, and describe moments using natural language. This will help you sound more confident, fluent, and expressive, just like a native speaker. I'll see you in Part 4. Welcome back to Part 4. You're doing amazing so far. Each time you listen, repeat, and shadow these lessons, you're not just practicing English, you're training your brain to think, react, and communicate naturally in English. In the previous part, we practiced expressing opinions, emotions, and polite conversation. Now, in this part, we'll take another powerful step toward fluency: storytelling. Storytelling is one of the best ways to improve your speaking and listening skills at the same time. When you can tell a simple story in English about your day, your experience, or your thoughts, you become more confident and expressive. So let's begin with something simple: how to talk about your day. Here's an example of a short daily story. Listen carefully first. Today was a busy day. I woke up early and made a cup of coffee. Then I went to work and had a meeting with my manager. It was a bit stressful, but I learned something new. After work, I met my friend for dinner. We laughed a lot and talked about our weekend plans. Now I'm finally home and feeling relaxed. Now let's shadow it together slowly. Today was a busy day. I woke up early and made a cup of coffee. Then I went to work and had a meeting with my manager. It was a bit stressful, but I learned something new. After work, I met my friend for dinner. We laughed a lot and talked about our weekend plans. Now, I'm finally home and feeling relaxed. That's a full story, simple, natural, and clear. It's the kind of story you can tell anyone in English. Let's practice building your own version. Try to change the details. You can say, "Today was a relaxing day. I woke up late and watched a movie. I went shopping with my sister. We had lunch at a small cafe. Now, I'm feeling happy and ready for tomorrow." Notice how each sentence connects smoothly. You don't need complicated words. You just need structure and flow. Now let's talk about how to make stories interesting. Good stories include 3 parts: what happened, how you felt, what you learned or thought about it. Let's try another short example. Last month, I took a short trip to the mountains. The view was beautiful, but it was freezing cold. I forgot to bring warm clothes, so I was shaking the whole time. Still, I loved the quiet and peace up there. It reminded me how important it is to take breaks and breathe. Now shadow it slowly with me. Last month, I took a short trip to the mountains. The view was beautiful, but it was freezing cold. I forgot to bring warm clothes, so I was shaking the whole time. Still, I loved the quiet and peace up there. It reminded me how important it is to take breaks and breathe. This is how English speakers tell stories: simple sentences, emotional words, and a reflection at the end. Now, let's practice reaction phrases you can use when someone tells you a story. For example, "That sounds great." "Oh no, really? That must have been so fun. I can imagine how you felt. That's such a nice memory. Let's shadow these together." "That sounds great." "Oh no, really? That must have been so fun. I can imagine how you felt. That's such a nice memory." These small responses make you sound natural and engaged in a conversation. Now, let's practice telling a story in the past tense, using natural verbs and connectors. Here's a short story. Last weekend, I went to a new restaurant downtown. I didn't expect much, but the food was amazing. The staff were kind and the music was soft. I tried a new pasta dish, and it was so good that I wanted to order it again. After dinner, I walked by the river and watched the city lights. It was a perfect night. Let's shadow it together. Last weekend, I went to a new restaurant downtown. I didn't expect much, but the food was amazing. The staff were kind and the music was soft. I tried a new pasta dish, and it was so good that I wanted to order it again. After dinner, I walked by the river and watched the city lights. It was a perfect night. Notice how I use simple verbs: went, tried, watched, was. These are easy to understand and sound natural when speaking English. Now let's break it down. We start with time, last weekend, then action, I went to a new restaurant, then details, the food was amazing, then emotion, it was a perfect night. That's the basic storytelling structure you can use for anything. Let's practice one more this time about a small problem. Yesterday, I lost my umbrella on the bus. It started raining just after I got off. I was completely wet by the time I got home. At first, I was frustrated, but then I laughed. Sometimes, life is just funny like that. Let's shadow it together slowly. Yesterday, I lost my umbrella on the bus. It started raining just after I got off. I was completely wet by the time I got home. At first, I was frustrated, but then I laughed. Sometimes, life is just funny like that. Good. Did you notice the rhythm? English stories sound natural when you keep your sentences short and full of emotion. Now let's practice useful storytelling connectors. These help your story flow naturally. Listen and repeat after me. First, then, after that, later, finally. Example: first, I finished my homework. Then, I watched a movie. After that, I called my friend. Later, we met for coffee. Finally, I went home and slept. Let's shadow that. First, I finished my homework. Then, I watched a movie. After that, I called my friend. Later, we met for coffee. Finally, I went home and slept. Beautiful. You're doing great. Now, let's make this more personal. I want you to think about yesterday. What did you do? What did you eat? How did you feel? Try to say it out loud in English, even if it's short. For example, yesterday I went to work. It was a busy day, but I felt productive. In the evening, I cooked dinner and watched a show. It was a nice, quiet day. Practice saying something like that. You can even share your short story in the comments if you want to get feedback or connect with other learners. Remember, when you tell your own stories, you make English yours. It stops being just a language you study. It becomes a language you live. Now, before we end this part, let's repeat one powerful sentence together. Every time I tell my story in English, I become more fluent. Say it again. Every time I tell my story in English, I become more fluent. That's exactly what's happening right now. In the next part, part 5, we'll take storytelling even further. We'll practice describing people, places, and emotions using natural English expressions that make your speech sound more vivid and alive. So keep your energy, stay confident, and I'll see you in part 5. Welcome to part 5. You're doing an amazing job. By now, you've learned how to tell short, clear stories in English. You can describe your day, share experiences, and use simple connectors like first, then, and finally. Now, in this part, we'll focus on something that makes your English sound alive: descriptions. You'll learn how to describe people, places, and feelings in a way that sounds natural and emotional, just like a native speaker. Let's start with describing people. When we describe someone, we usually talk about three things: what they look like, what they're like, their personality, how they make us feel. Here's an example. Listen carefully. My best friend's name is Sarah. She has long brown hair and bright green eyes. She's always smiling and full of energy. Sarah is the kind of person who makes everyone feel comfortable. When I'm around her, I feel happy and safe. Now let's shadow it together slowly. My best friend's name is Sarah. She has long brown hair and bright green eyes. She's always smiling and full of energy. Sarah is the kind of person who makes everyone feel comfortable. When I'm around her, I feel happy and safe. That's a natural and warm way to describe someone you love. Let's practice a few useful adjectives to describe people. Repeat after me. For appearance: tall, short, slim, fit, beautiful, handsome, cute, stylish. For personality: kind, funny, smart, honest, confident, shy, caring, creative. Now let's practice with short examples. She's a tall and confident woman. He's funny and always tells jokes. My teacher is kind and patient. My brother is very creative and loves drawing. Good. These sentences are simple but natural. Now let's move to describing places. When you describe a place, think about these: what you see, what you hear or smell, how it feels. Here's an example. My favorite place is a small coffee shop near my house. It's quiet and cozy. The smell of fresh coffee fills the air, and soft music plays in the background. The walls are full of books, and the lights are warm. I love sitting there and reading on rainy days. Now let's shadow it together slowly. My favorite place is a small coffee shop near my house. It's quiet and cozy. The smell of fresh coffee fills the air, and soft music plays in the background. The walls are full of books, and the lights are warm. I love sitting there and reading on rainy days. See how that paints a picture? You can almost feel the place. That's how English speakers make their words come alive. Let's try another example describing a natural place. The beach near my city is beautiful. The sand is soft, and the water is bright blue. I love the sound of the waves and the smell of the ocean. When I walk barefoot on the sand, I feel peaceful and free. Now shadow it. The beach near my city is beautiful. The sand is soft, and the water is bright blue. I love the sound of the waves and the smell of the ocean. When I walk barefoot on the sand, I feel peaceful and free. Nice! You're doing great. Now let's practice describing feelings, because emotions make your English powerful and real. Let's start with some useful emotional words. Positive feelings: happy, excited, proud, relaxed, hopeful, loved, confident. Negative feelings: sad, worried, tired, angry, nervous, lonely, disappointed. Let's use them in simple sentences. I felt happy when I met my friends. I was nervous before the exam. She looked tired after work. He seemed proud of his achievement. We were relaxed during our vacation. Let's shadow those sentences together. I felt happy when I met my friends. I was nervous before the exam. She looked tired after work. He seemed proud of his achievement. We were relaxed during our vacation. Great! Now let's combine everything describing a moment with people, place, and emotion. Here's an example story. Last Sunday, my family and I went to the park. The weather was warm, and the sky was clear. My little brother ran around playing with his kite, and my parents sat on the grass laughing. I felt peaceful watching them. It was a simple day, but it made me feel truly happy. Now, let's shadow it together slowly. Last Sunday, my family and I went to the park. The weather was warm, and the sky was clear. My little brother ran around playing with his kite, and my parents sat on the grass laughing. I felt peaceful watching them. It was a simple day, but it made me feel truly happy. That's natural, emotional English full of small, clear details that make people feel something. Now let's practice one more short description, this time about a person and a feeling. My grandmother is one of the strongest people I know. She has soft gray hair and kind eyes. She always listens when I talk and gives me the best advice. Whenever I visit her, I feel calm and loved. Now shadow it. My grandmother is one of the strongest people I know. She has soft gray hair and kind eyes. She always listens when I talk and gives me the best advice. Whenever I visit her, I feel calm and loved. You did wonderful. So, to describe people, places, and emotions naturally in English, remember these 3 rules. Keep it simple. Use short, clear sentences. Use your senses. Describe what you see, hear, or feel. Add emotion. Say how that person or place makes you feel. And remember, when you feel what you say, your English becomes more powerful and real. Let's repeat today's key sentence. When I describe people and places in English, my words come alive. Say it again. When I describe people and places in English, my words come alive. Beautiful. In part 6, we'll learn how to use advanced conversation patterns to talk more smoothly, like how to agree, disagree, and share opinions naturally, just like native speakers. So stay with me, you're becoming more confident every day. Welcome back to part 6 of our English listening and speaking practice podcast. In the last part, you learned how to describe people, places, and feelings in English using your senses, emotions, and clear words to make your speech sound natural and alive. Now, in this part, we're going to take another big step forward. We'll practice how to agree, disagree, and share opinions naturally, just like native speakers do in daily life. Because in real conversations, we don't just talk about things. We react, we respond, and we share what we think. So today, I'll guide you through natural expressions that make your conversations sound fluent, confident, and polite. Let's start with agreeing in English. When you want to say that you feel the same way, don't always just say, Yes, I agree. That's correct, but it can sound too formal or too short. Native speakers use many ways to agree. Listen and shadow after me. I totally agree with you. That's so true. You're absolutely right. I couldn't agree more. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I feel the same way. Now, let's use those in short, real-life examples. A. Learning English takes time and practice. B. That's so true. You really have to practice every day. A. I think reading aloud helps pronunciation. B. Exactly. It really makes your mouth get used to the sounds. A. It's important to listen to English every day. B. I couldn't agree more. Listening builds fluency naturally. Great. Those sound warm and natural. Now, let's move on to disagreeing politely. In English, it's okay to disagree, but we do it in a respectful, friendly way. Here are some natural ways to disagree politely. Shadow after me. I see your point, but I think that's true, but maybe I'm not sure I agree with that. I get what you mean, but I feel differently. Well, I have a different opinion. Now let's try them in short conversations. A. I think watching movies is a waste of time. B. I see your point, but I think movies can help with listening and vocabulary. A. Grammar isn't important for speaking. B. That's true, but maybe a little grammar helps you sound clearer. A. You can't learn English if you're not in an English-speaking country. B. Well, I have a different opinion. With the internet, you can practice anywhere. See? You're disagreeing politely and showing confidence. That's the secret to fluent, respectful English conversations. Now, let's practice sharing opinions. This is where your English becomes more personal and expressive. When you want to share your thoughts, don't just say, I think. There are many other natural ways to express your opinion. Repeat after me. I believe that, in my opinion, to me, as far as I'm concerned, if you ask me, personally, I think. Now, let's use them in real sentences. I believe that learning English should be fun. In my opinion, speaking is the best way to improve quickly. To me, confidence is more important than perfect grammar. As far as I'm concerned, everyone can speak English if they practice daily. If you ask me, listening to podcasts is a great way to learn naturally. Personally, I think English connects people around the world. Now let's shadow them together slowly. I believe that learning English should be fun. In my opinion, speaking is the best way to improve quickly. To me, confidence is more important than perfect grammar. As far as I'm concerned, everyone can speak English if they practice daily. If you ask me, listening to podcasts is a great way to learn naturally. Personally, I think English connects people around the world. You sound fantastic. Now let's put all three skills together, agreeing, disagreeing, and sharing opinions in a real conversation example. Listen carefully. A. I think learning English online is harder than learning in person. B. I see your point, but I think it depends on the person. Some people learn better online. A. Yeah, that's true. But it's harder to stay motivated when you're alone. B. Exactly. I totally agree with that. Motivation is the hardest part. Let's shadow this dialogue together slowly. A. I think learning English online is harder than learning in person. B. I see your point, but I think it depends on the person. Some people learn better online. A. Yeah, that's true, but it's harder to stay motivated when you're alone. B. Exactly. I totally agree with that. Motivation is the hardest part. That's natural, friendly, and real. Now, let's practice a second dialogue where opinions are shared differently. A. In my opinion, grammar isn't everything. B. I couldn't agree more. Communication is the key. A. Right. And if you ask me, people should focus more on pronunciation. B. That's so true. Speaking clearly builds confidence. Now shadow it again slowly. A. In my opinion, grammar isn't everything. B. I couldn't agree more. Communication is the key. A. Right. And if you ask me, people should focus more on pronunciation. B. That's so true. Speaking clearly builds confidence. See how natural that sounds? This is how real English conversations flow: short, emotional, and full of rhythm. Now let's practice a few short conversational patterns together. These are great for daily use. That's interesting. I never thought about it that way. Yeah, I totally get what you mean. I see what you're saying. Exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Well, I'm not sure I agree, but that's an interesting idea. Try saying them with emotion and tone. Imagine you're talking to a friend, not reading a textbook. Now, here's a small challenge for you. Think of a topic you care about, maybe learning English, technology, food, or travel. Then, write 2 sentences to share your opinion. Example: personally, I think traveling helps you understand the world better. Then, in the comments, reply to another learner's opinion. Politely, maybe agree or disagree, using what you learned today. This will help you practice real communication, not just repeating sentences. Now, let's summarize today's key point. Fluent English isn't just about grammar or vocabulary. It's about connection, knowing how to respond, react, and express yourself with confidence and kindness. Repeat after me. I can share my opinions in English confidently. I can agree and disagree politely. I can sound natural when I speak. Beautiful. In part 7, we'll go even deeper, learning how to extend conversations, ask follow-up questions, and keep a talk going naturally, just like native speakers do. You're doing great. Your English voice is getting stronger, more confident, and more real every day. You've done so well so far, learning how to share opinions, agree, disagree, and sound natural in conversations. Now it's time to take another big step toward fluency. In this part, we'll learn how to keep a conversation going naturally, using simple questions, reactions, and comments that make you sound friendly, confident, and interested. Because one of the biggest problems English learners face is this. They can start a conversation, but then it suddenly stops. They don't know what to say next. Have you ever experienced that? Someone asks you, "How are you?" or "What do you do?" You answer politely, but then the conversation dies. Well, today, that will change. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly how to keep the talk alive naturally, easily, and confidently. Let's start with this important idea. A good conversation is not about talking a lot. It's about connecting, and you connect by showing interest. How do you show interest? By asking simple, natural follow-up questions. For example, if someone says, "I love watching movies," you can respond with, "Oh, really? What kind of movies do you like?" Or, "Same here. What's your favorite movie? Let's shadow that together." "Oh, really? What kind of movies do you like?" "Same here. What's your favorite movie?" Those small questions make a big difference. They show that you're listening. They make the other person want to keep talking. Let's try another one. If someone says, "I just started learning guitar," you can respond, "That's cool. How long have you been learning?" Or, "Nice. Why did you decide to start playing?" Shadow with me. "That's cool. How long have you been learning?" "Nice. Why did you decide to start playing?" Perfect. Those short questions sound friendly, natural, and fluent. Now, here's something important. When you ask a question, don't make it too formal. Native speakers often use relaxed, short forms. Instead of saying, "What are you interested in?" they often say, "What kind of things are you into?" Instead of, "What do you enjoy doing in your free time?" you'll hear, "So, what do you like to do for fun?" Repeat after me. What kind of things are you into? What do you like to do for fun? Now you sound more natural, like someone who really speaks English in daily life. Let's listen to a short example conversation. A. I love cooking. B. Oh, really? What kind of food do you like to cook? A. Mostly Italian food. I love making pasta. B. Nice. How did you learn to cook? A. From my mom. She's amazing in the kitchen. B. That's so sweet. Do you cook every day? See how natural that feels? It's simple, one small question after another, building a connection. That's what real English conversation looks like. Now, let's learn some useful phrases that help you react and continue the talk. When you want to show that you're listening and interested, you can say, "Really? Wow, that's interesting. No way. Are you serious? Sounds fun. That's cool. Ah, that's nice. Tell me more about that. Then what happened?" Try shadowing those with me slowly. "Really? Wow, that's interesting. No way. Are you serious? Sounds fun. That's cool. Ah, that's nice. Tell me more about that. Then what happened?" You can use these reactions in any conversation about work, travel, hobbies, or life. Now, let's look at how you can turn short answers into longer ones. For example, if someone asks you, "What do you do?" don't just say, "I'm a student." That ends the talk. Instead, add more detail like this. I'm a student. I'm studying computer science and I really enjoy it. Or, I'm a student and I'm trying to improve my English to study abroad. That's just one extra sentence, but it makes your answer more interesting. Let's try another one. Question: where are you from? You could say, I'm from Vietnam. It's a beautiful country in Southeast Asia. Or, I'm from Thailand. It's hot, but the food is amazing. See how those details make the conversation more colorful? Let's shadow them together. I'm a student. I'm studying computer science, and I really enjoy it. I'm a student, and I'm trying to improve my English to study abroad. I'm from Vietnam. It's a beautiful country in Southeast Asia. I'm from Thailand. It's hot, but the food is amazing. That's how fluent speakers sound. They don't speak fast. They just add a little more. Now, let's combine everything into a short conversation. A. So, what do you do? B. I'm a student. I study design at university. A. Oh, that's nice. Why did you choose design? B. I've always loved art, and I want to work in fashion one day. A. Wow, that sounds amazing. Do you design clothes? B. A little bit. Mostly digital art right now. That conversation sounds alive, friendly, and real. Now, here's something to practice. Every time you speak English, even when practicing alone, try to continue your answers naturally. For example, if you say, I like coffee, add something like, I usually drink it every morning. If you say, I live in Bangkok, add, it's busy but exciting. If you say, I study English, add, I want to use it to travel and meet people. That's what turns short English into fluent English. Let's shadow these together. I like coffee. I usually drink it every morning. I live in Bangkok. It's busy but exciting. I study English. I want to use it to travel and meet people. Now, I want you to try it. In your notebook or the comments section, write 3 short answers about yourself. Then, add 1 or 2 more sentences to make each answer more complete. For example, I work in an office. I help manage projects for a company in my city. I love music. I usually listen to pop songs while I study. I have a dog. His name is Milo, and he's very playful. When you do this, your brain starts to think in English, not translate from your native language. That's how you become more fluent. Let's end this part with a quick challenge. I'll ask you a few common questions. Answer them naturally in your mind or out loud. What do you do? Where are you from? What do you like to do for fun? How often do you practice English? What kind of movies do you like? Did you add extra details in your answers? If yes, great job. You're learning how to flow in English, not just speak, but connect. Now, take a deep breath and say this with me. I can keep conversations going naturally. I can ask follow-up questions. I can sound confident and friendly in English. Excellent. In part 8, we'll move on to something that every fluent speaker masters: how to tell mini stories in daily conversation. You'll learn how to describe experiences, talk about memories, and tell small stories that sound natural and interesting in English. You're doing wonderfully so far. Keep listening, shadowing, and speaking along. Your fluency is growing one sentence at a time. Welcome back, my friend. You're doing so well. You've been learning how to sound more fluent, more confident, and more natural in English. Now, in this part, let's go deeper into real-life situations, especially those that happen at work or in social life, because speaking English isn't just about knowing words. It's about using them smoothly at the right moment, with the right tone and the right confidence. Let's begin with work situations. Imagine you're in a meeting with your team. You want to share your idea clearly, but you don't want to sound too strong or too shy. Here are some natural phrases you can use. I'd like to share an idea, if that's okay. I believe we could try another approach. From my experience, this method usually works well. I see your point, but maybe we can also consider this. Do you see how polite and professional these sound? They're not complicated. They're clear, confident, and respectful. Now, let's practice shadowing together. Repeat after me. Try to match my tone, speed, and rhythm. Ready? I'd like to share an idea, if that's okay. I believe we could try another approach. From my experience, this method usually works well. I see your point, but maybe we can also consider this. Very nice. Now, in many workplaces, people use softeners, short phrases that make what you say sound friendlier and more natural. For example, I think it seems like maybe we could. Perhaps we should. These words don't make you sound weak. They make you sound polite and thoughtful. Now, let's move to another setting, social situations. You meet someone new at a coffee shop, at a friend's party, or maybe in a class. How do you start a natural conversation? Let's imagine this. Hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm Alex. Other person. Oh, hi, I'm Jamie. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Jamie. How do you know Sarah? That's it. Very natural, very friendly. Many English learners worry too much about saying something perfect, but real English is about connection, not perfection. Let's practice a few more natural conversation openers. So, what do? That's a nice jacket. Where did you get it? Have you been to this place before? This coffee smells amazing, doesn't it? These are small things, but they open the door to bigger conversations. Now, let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. So, what do? That's a nice jacket. Where did you get it? Have you been to this place before? This coffee smells amazing, doesn't it? Excellent. Now, let's talk about how to continue a conversation naturally. Sometimes, you ask a question, and the other person gives a short answer. What do you do next? You can keep the conversation going by showing interest. Let's see how that sounds. Person A. I'm studying business. Person B. Oh, really? That's interesting. What kind of business? Person A. I work in marketing. Person B. That's cool. Do you enjoy it? Person A. I just moved here. Person B. Oh, wow. From where? Did you hear what happened there? The listener didn't just say okay or nice. They asked another question to keep the conversation alive. Here's your mini practice. Try shadowing me again. Ready? Oh, really? That's interesting. What kind of business? That's cool. Do you enjoy it? Oh, wow. From where? Very natural. You can also use reaction phrases to sound more fluent. For example, wow, that's great. Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's amazing. No way. That happened? These short reactions make your English sound alive and friendly. Now, let's imagine a short real-life scene. You're having lunch with coworkers. Coworker, I finally finished that big project yesterday. You, oh really? That's great. You must feel so relieved. Coworker, yeah, I stayed up late for a week. You, wow, that's tough. I hope you get some rest this weekend. Perfect. You sound kind, natural, and fluent. Let's reflect for a moment. Fluent English is not about speaking fast. It's about connecting smoothly. It's about feeling comfortable in the conversation. And that comes with practice, real, emotional, daily practice. Now I want to ask you, which situation do you find harder, speaking at work or speaking socially? Tell me in the comments below. I'd love to know where you feel more confident and where you'd like more help. In the next part, we'll go even deeper into emotional fluency. That means learning how to express your feelings, reactions, and opinions naturally, like native speakers do not like a textbook. You'll learn phrases to express happiness, surprise, worry, or excitement in a natural, conversational way. This is where your English will truly start to feel alive. You're doing great, my friend. Take a deep breath. You've come so far. When you're ready, join me in part 9, where we'll explore the power of emotion and expression in real-life English speaking. Welcome back, my friend. You're doing amazing. By now, you've learned how to handle conversations at work, how to talk to new people, and how to sound confident and natural in English. But there's one more thing that makes your English truly alive, and that is emotional fluency. Emotional fluency means being able to express what you feel, not just what you think. It's how you show happiness, surprise, worry, excitement, disappointment, or even love in a natural, human way. Because real English isn't only about grammar or vocabulary. It's about emotion. It's about connection. Let's start simple. Imagine you hear good news from a friend. What do you say? You could say, "That's great. I'm so happy for you. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I love that." Now, let's practice shadowing together. Say these sentences with feeling, not just words, but emotion. Ready? "That's great. I'm so happy for you. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I love that. Good. You can feel the energy, right?" Now, imagine you hear something surprising. Your tone changes a little. "Really? Oh, no way. You're kidding. Are you serious? Try these with me. Ready? Really? Oh, no way. You're kidding. Are you serious? Nice. Now let's practice expressing worry or sympathy. Sometimes, someone tells you something sad or stressful. You want to sound kind and caring. Here's how you can respond. "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That sounds really hard. Are you okay? Is there anything I can do?" Let's practice shadowing these with a soft and caring tone. "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That sounds really hard. Are you okay? Is there anything I can do?" Perfect. You're not only speaking English, you're feeling in English. Now, let's talk about excitement and joy. These are powerful emotions that make you sound alive and confident. "Wow, that's awesome. I can't believe it. That's so cool. I'm so proud of you." Let's practice again. "Wow, that's awesome. I can't believe it. That's so cool. I'm so proud of you." See how your voice becomes brighter? That's what makes native speakers sound expressive and warm. Now let's talk about disappointment or frustration. Sometimes you want to express that you're upset, but still in a polite or natural way. That's really disappointing. "Oh no, that's too bad. I was really hoping it would work out." Well, that's frustrating. Let's shadow together slowly. "That's really disappointing. Oh no, that's too bad. I was really hoping it would work out." Well, that's frustrating. Very natural. Now, here's something important. In real life, emotion is not only about what you say, it's also about how you say it. Native speakers use intonation to express emotion. For example, listen to how the same words can sound completely different. "Oh, really?" Surprised. "Oh, really?" Unimpressed. Try it with me. "Oh, really?" Surprised. "Oh, really?" Unimpressed. Can you hear the difference? That's emotional fluency. Let's practice another example. "I'm fine." Neutral. "I'm fine." Happy. "I'm fine," sad or tired. Same words, but totally different emotions. That's the beauty of English tone, gives meaning. Now, let's do a quick emotional shadowing challenge. I'll say some phrases, and I want you to repeat them, matching not only my words, but also my emotion. Wow, that's unbelievable. Excited. Oh no, that's terrible, sad. I'm so proud of you, happy. I'm not sure about that. Uncertain. Are you kidding me? Surprised. Excellent. Here's something I want you to remember. When you can express emotions naturally in English, people don't just understand your words, they feel your message. That's what makes conversations meaningful. That's what makes you sound fluent, confident, and real. Now, let's reflect for a moment. When you speak English, do you often feel shy to express your emotions? Maybe you worry about sounding too strong or too dramatic. Here's a secret. Native speakers use emotion all the time. That's why their speech sounds alive. And when you do it too, even a little, people will feel comfortable talking with you. Now, let's try a mini story practice. Imagine you're meeting a friend who just got a new job. Hey, I heard the news. You got the job, right? Friend, yes, I did. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. You totally deserve it. Simple words but full of energy and emotion. Or another one. Friend, I failed my driving test again. You, oh no, I'm so sorry. That must feel really disappointing. But hey, don't give up. You'll get it next time. See? That's emotional fluency. You sound natural, warm, and real. Now it's your turn. Practice creating your own short conversations where you show emotion, happiness, surprise, sadness, or pride. If you want, you can even write your practice sentences in the comments below. I'll be so happy to read them. In the next part, Part 10, we'll go even deeper into advanced natural speaking flow. You'll learn how native speakers connect words, shorten phrases, and use real rhythm so your English will sound smooth and effortless. We'll explore how to move from textbook English to real spoken English. So take a short break, get some water, and when you're ready, join me in Part 10 where we make your English sound truly fluent. Welcome back, my friend. You've made it so far, and now we're going to step into one of the most exciting parts of your English journey, natural flow and connected speech. This is the part that makes native speakers sound smooth, confident, and natural. And it's the secret behind why, even when you understand every single word, English can still sound fast and hard to catch. It's not that native speakers are using complicated grammar, it's that they connect words together, reduce sounds, and speak with rhythm. Don't worry, you're about to learn exactly how to do that too. Let's start with something simple. When we speak slowly, we say, I am going to eat now. But in natural, connected English, it sounds like, I'm gonna eat now. Did you hear that? Going to becomes gonna. This is not slang, it's natural spoken English. Let's try another one. Instead of, what are you doing? We often say, what you doing? And did you eat yet? Becomes, did you eat yet? Try shadowing these with me. I'm gonna eat now. What you doing? Did you eat yet? Good. That's how you start to sound like a fluent speaker, not by using difficult words, but by speaking naturally. Now, let's look at how native speakers connect words. When one word ends with a consonant and the next word starts with a vowel, they join together almost like one long word. For example, take it easy. Sounds like take it easy. Or turn off the light. Sounds like turn off the light. Try these with me slowly, then naturally. Take it easy. Turn off the light. Pick it up. Sit it down. Look at it. Can you hear how smooth it becomes? That's connected speech. Now, let's practice a few natural reductions, small changes native speakers make when they talk quickly. Want to wanna. I wanna go. I wanna go. Got to. Gotta. I've gotta leave. I gotta leave. Let me help you. Let me help you. Gimme. Give me a second. Gimme a second. Now let's shadow together. Repeat after me. I wanna go. I gotta leave. Let me help you. Gimme a second. Nice job. You're sounding more natural already. Now let's add intonation, the melody of English. English is a stress-timed language, which means we stress some words and say others very softly. For example, listen carefully. I want to go to the store. The strong words are want, go, and store. The others two, they are weak and quick. That's why English sounds like music. It has a rhythm. Let's try this sentence together. I need to talk to you about something. Now say it with rhythm, not word by word, but in small beats. I need to talk to you about something. Very good. You're not just speaking English, you're feeling the rhythm of English. Now let's practice full natural sentences. Slow. Do you want to come with me? Natural. Do y'all want to come with me? Slow. I have to go to the office. Natural. I have to go to the office. Slow. Could you help me with this? Natural. Could you help me with this? Try shadowing these now. Say them out loud. Do y'all want to come with me? I have to go to the office. Could you help me with this? Perfect. That's real spoken English. Now let's talk about thought groups. Native speakers don't speak in one long sentence. They break their speech into natural chunks, short groups of meaning. Listen to this example. I went to the park yesterday and met my friend for a quick walk. That's 3 thought groups, not one long line. The pauses help your listener understand better and help you sound natural too. Now, let's practice this skill with emotion and flow. Say, I was walking home last night and I suddenly heard a strange sound behind me. Can you hear how natural that sounds with short pauses? That's how native speakers breathe while talking. It makes your English sound confident and calm. Now, let's do a quick mini conversation practice using connected speech. A. Hey, what are you up to? B. Not much. Just hanging out. You? A. Same here. Want to grab a coffee? B. Yeah, sounds good. Give me 5 minutes. All of those lines are full of natural flow and reductions. And when you practice like this, your listening and speaking both improve fast. Let's shadow it together, line by line. Hey, what are you up to? Not much. Just hanging out. You? Same here. Want to grab a coffee? Yeah, sounds good. Give me 5 minutes. Nice. That's real-life English. Now let's reflect for a moment. When you first started learning English, you probably focused on words and grammar. I am going to eat. What are you doing? And so on. But now, you can speak with natural rhythm, emotion, and flow. That's fluency. That's confidence. Before we finish today's practice, I want to remind you, it's not about speaking fast, it's about speaking smoothly. Fluency is flow, not speed. So, take your time. Practice slowly first. Then, speed up only when you feel comfortable. Remember, fluency is a journey, and every time you shadow, every time you listen carefully and repeat with feeling, you're getting closer to the real rhythm of English. In the next and final part, part 11, we'll bring everything together. You'll practice advanced daily conversations that mix emotion, rhythm, and connected speech, and you'll see how to sound completely natural in any situation. So take a deep breath, feel proud of how far you've come, and get ready for the final step in your fluency journey. Part 11, coming up next. Welcome back, my friend. You've made it to the final part of this English fluency masterclass, and I am so proud of you. You've learned how to speak clearly, listen naturally, express emotions, use rhythm, and connect your speech like a native speaker. Now, it's time to bring everything together in one powerful fluency practice session. This part will feel like real life. You'll shadow, listen, repeat, and feel English come alive in your mouth and mind. So, take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and smile. Let's begin. Scene 1. At a coffee shop. A, hey, long time no see. How have you been? B, oh hey, I've been good, just super busy with work. You know how it is. A, yeah, totally. I've been crazy busy too. Can you believe it's already October? B, I know, right? Time flies. So how's everything going? A, not bad. I'm trying to slow down a bit, take better care of myself. B, that's smart. I've been thinking about doing the same. Now, shadow that conversation with me slowly. Feel the flow. Hey, long time no see. How've you been? Oh, hey. I've been good, just super busy with work. You know how it is. Yeah, totally. I've been crazy busy too. Can you believe it's already October? I know, right? Time flies. So, how's everything going? Not bad. I'm trying to slow down a bit, take better care of myself. That's smart. I've been thinking about doing the same. Good. This is how real people talk: friendly, natural, connected. Notice the contractions. I've, I'm, it's, how's. They make you sound fluent and relaxed. Scene 2. At work giving feedback. A, hey, can I talk to you for a sec? B, sure, what's up? A, I just wanted to say you did a great job on that project. The presentation was really clear. B, thanks so much. I was a bit nervous, to be honest. A, you couldn't tell at all. You looked confident. Just one small thing, maybe slow down a little next time. B, got it. Yeah, I tend to talk fast when I'm excited. A, no worries, we all do that. But seriously, great work. Now shadow it again. Focus on tone and emotion, not just words. Hey, can I talk to you for a sec? Sure, what's up? I just wanted to say you did a great job on that project. The presentation was really clear. Thanks so much. I was a bit nervous, to be honest. You couldn't tell at all. You looked confident. Just one small thing, maybe slow down a little next time. Got it. Yeah, I tend to talk fast when I'm excited. No worries, we all do that. But seriously, great work. That's what fluent conversation sounds like: friendly, respectful, natural. Scene 3, encouraging a friend. A, you seem quiet today. Is everything okay? B, yeah, I'm just a little stressed lately. A, I get it. Life can feel overwhelming sometimes. B, yeah, I've just got so much to do and not enough time. A, hey, don't be too hard on yourself. You're doing your best, and that's enough. B. Thanks. I needed to hear that. A. Anytime. You've got this. Now repeat after me and pay attention to the kindness in your tone. You seem quiet today. Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm just a little stressed lately. I get it. Life can feel overwhelming sometimes. Yeah, I've just got so much to do and not enough time. Hey, don't be too hard on yourself. You're doing your best, and that's enough. Thanks. I needed to hear that. Anytime. You've got this. Notice how real emotion makes English sound alive. Fluency isn't just about pronunciation, it's about connection. Scene 4. At an emergency. A. Excuse me, can you help me? My friend just fainted. B. Oh my gosh, is she breathing? A. Yes, but she's really weak. Can you call an ambulance, please? Yes, of course. Stay calm. Help is coming. A. Thank you so much. B. Don't worry, she's going to be okay. Let's shadow this scene carefully. Excuse me, can you help me? My friend just fainted. Oh my gosh. Is she breathing? Yes, but she's really weak. Can you call an ambulance, please? Yes, of course. Stay calm. Help is coming. Thank you so much. Don't worry, she's going to be okay. In emergencies, we speak fast, but clear. Tone, clarity, and calmness matter more than grammar. That's real English under pressure. Scene 5. Motivational conversation. A. You've been working so hard lately. B. Yeah, but I feel like I'm not improving fast enough. A. Hey, don't say that. You are improving. Every small step counts. B. Sometimes it's hard to see progress. A. That's because you're in the middle of it. Others can see it more than you can. B. Maybe you're right. A. Of course, you've come so far already. Just keep going. Fluency takes time, but you're getting there. Now shadow it again with confidence and emotion. You've been working so hard lately. Yeah, but I feel like I'm not improving fast enough. Hey, don't say that. You are improving. Every small step counts. Sometimes it's hard to see progress. That's because you're in the middle of it. Others can see it more than you can. Maybe you're right. Of course. You've come so far already. Just keep going. Fluency takes time, but you're getting there. Beautiful. This is exactly the kind of English you need in daily life. Calm, emotional, natural. Now take a moment. Think about how far you've come through this journey. From understanding simple structures to building confidence, rhythm, and natural speech to now, being able to follow and shadow real-life conversations. That's a huge achievement. Fluency isn't perfection. It's being able to express yourself naturally, to connect with others, to speak and understand without fear. And that's what you've done here. As you continue to practice, I want you to keep shadowing every day, even just 10 minutes. Listen, repeat, feel the rhythm, and let English become part of your daily life. Remember, you're not just learning English, you're building your voice, your confidence, and your global connection. So be proud of yourself, my friend, and keep practicing with me here. If you enjoyed this lesson and learned something valuable, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me, which conversation felt the most natural for you? Your journey to English fluency is just beginning, and I'll be right here, guiding you every step of the way. Thank you for watching, thank you for learning, and thank you for believing in yourself. See you in the next lesson.